point guard for them? Is he just going to stay on the wing and create his own shots? Are they going to set him up? That's something that they have to decide.
On the other side of the floor, we have the third floor. Your thoughts on the new team?
All right. Well, when you look at their lineup, you might say that these guys are in for a rude awakening when they come into the TAT. But at the same time, you have some interesting players there. One of the most well-known celebrity ballers in the Philippines, consistent player from the College of St. Benilde, and Babacar Noong, of course, from NASCU champion, the St. Clair Saints. They've just won 7 NASCU championships in a row.
All right, we'll turn you over now to Jess Constantino. What's the latest there, Jess Constantino?
Sandy and Bill, for Coach Eman Monfort of the third floor, this is actually his first coaching job for a professional basketball league. And he said that we can expect a simple and basic style of coaching, just like how he was when he was a player. Describing his team for this leg, he mentioned he has guys who really have the skill set to score and bigs that are rim protectors. And as a new team, he expects the guys to enjoy and learn as they go along this leg. Meanwhile, for the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats, Boss Anton Ong mentioned that for this Manila leg, the Wildcats will only play with 1 import in Basero Sacor. He emphasized that the other reinforcement will be seen action in Bangkok. Talking about this game versus the third floor, he shared actually that there's already familiarity as they already had 3 tune-up games before today. The only difference is that this third floor team already has an import today, but Boss Anton is hopeful that the Wildcats can match the energy and speed of the much younger opponent. It's third floor versus Chichi Albayanos Wildcats. When we return, this is TAT Winter Tournament.
At Gameville Ballpark in Mandaluyong City. This is TAT Winter Tournament Grand Finale. We get the starting lineups, introducing first the third floor. Playing center number 27, Gladys Lepalam. Power forward number 23, James Milton. At guard number 20, Ian Pardo. Small forward number 2, Jojo Kunanan. At guard number 3, Gerald Anderson. Head coach is Eman Monfort, assisted by Ethel Tacorda and Zach Villalon. Now starting for Chichi Albayanos Wildcats. Coming in at center number 3, John Gabriel. Guard number 4, Joshua Saret. At forward number 17, Adrian Celada. Point guard number 30, Charles Caliano. Power forward number 14, Basiru Sacor. The head coach is Jake Patrigao. His assistants are Jet Saret and Sherwin Cantos. The game officials are Garchi Ferrer, John Cabiles, and Danny Rivera. This game is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Sport.
Garchi Ferrer, the lead official for this game. Second game here at the Gameville Ballpark, the Manila-Bangkok leg of the Winter Tournament. And the Wildcats controlling the tip. We talk about this guy, Adrian Celada,
yes,
during the intro. We have Joshua Saret starting here with their import, Basero Sacor, who I've known since 2015.
He was a collegiate player in Cebu, right?
Yeah, and it's John Gabriel throwing the first shot with no field goal that time, and Caliano starting for the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats.
Yes, you know, the third floor, they have a lot of experienced players from the collegiate level. The question is, how can they adapt to the physicality and the difference in rules in the pros?
And this is the first coaching job of Eman Monfort.
Yes, but then again, Eman's been an underdog all his life when he played for Ateneo, when he
you know
played
the guy.
professionally. You know, he played for Barangay Ginebra San Miguel in the Philippine Basketball Association. I expect third floor to try to run it up because they know that you know, the Wildcats are an older team. They have, you know, more mileage on them.
Gerald Anderson, very popular actor and the ball player here in the Philippines. He shoots and he will miss. Played for Paula Pilipinas when we started the TAT there in Foshan.
Yes.
And Adrian Silada on your screen. Jojo Cornanan will throw the ball in.
Expect the first quarter to be, you know, kind of a little sloppy for both teams because, you know, again, we had the holiday breaks. A nice stealing play there.
It's Milton who was fouled, James Milton. He's playing center for the team, but if you will compare him to the other world imports,
Yeah.
he's a little bit shorter than them.
Yeah.
Like Eman Ojola, EK of the Titans.
And
And
not,
Twente?
I don't think that he's a natural center
Yeah.
because even
I think he is forced to play
Yeah.
center here.
by default, you know, I think because, you know, even if you look at other international tournaments, the bigs are really big, you know, and he strikes me as, you know, perhaps a natural small forward.
And he gets the second free throw.
1-0.
Look,
Full court.
it's a pressuring team.
Yes. Well, they've got the legs, they've got the youth on their side,
And that's how you break the press.
and you
And
don't get
that's how
the,
you steal it.
you don't get the big man to bring the ball up.
And James Milton with the attack there for the third floor.
So it's the third floor that's surprising the Wildcats. Perhaps they saw this as a weakness in terms of ball handling.
Caliano will set up the table for the third floor.
Yeah, they were trying to keep the ball out of his hands.
Joshua Sarat will fire over James Milton. No problem for Joshua to score.
That's a big shot for them. They need that mid-range jumper to fall in to stretch out the defense of the third floor.
Pardo. Anderson trying to attack the baseline. Finds trouble with it. Taken away by Basiro. He gives it to Oh, that's Caliano with a beautiful seductive fake.
Good read of the situation there. And all of a sudden, experience puts the Wildcats on top.
Nice feed. And the finish by James Milton.
That's presence of mind.
Ladis Lipala with a beautiful feed. 3 players involved in that play.
Yeah, and when you look at the players on the floor, you can see that size-wise, the third floor can match up against the Wildcats.
Ah, yes.
And they might have a little more quickness that's traveling.
And it's a traveling call against Caliano.
Got so excited that he got his defender in the air.
Charles Caliano. 2 points here in the first quarter. Oh, Lipalam was not expecting the ball. Jojo Conanan trying to give that basketball to Lipalam. He was screening there.
Well, that's to be expected. I mean, these guys just came together very recently. So, you know, there are going to be some mistakes and some miscommunication.
You know, 6 teams joining here in the Manila-Bangkok leg. And the teams that will be participating here will also go to Bangkok
Oh, yes.
to finish
But
the job.
But they won't play each other anymore.
Yeah. So we'll have 10 teams joining in Bangkok and we'll be having the grand finale there. We will award the most valuable player. Lipalam will go back to the seat.
Yes.
Shot clock at 7 seconds. There's the kick out. Joshua. He was blocked by James
But there was a
Milton,
foul,
but there was a
inside,
foul.
inside the paint.
Baba Karandong back in the game for the first time.
You can tell that Ndong is a shot blocker. He's just staying in the paint.
And he's a huge man.
Yeah.
Shot clock at 5. Gabriel will not force it. Charles Caliano. Here is Celada for 3. Yes.
That's his shot. Get the defense to sink, and he'll be open.
First 3 for Adrian Celada here in the game. Pardo. Conanan inside to James Milton with a strong drive. And it hit his body, so he will be guilty for that last touch on him. And Conanan will rest. New player on the floor for third floor.
And Ndong was asking for the ball inside the paint. They didn't get it to him. Gabriel starting to stir things up.
He's starting to get the head of
Yeah.
Babacar Andong. Another 3 for Celada. He will not score. Rebounded by Babacar Andong. Pardo.
Tight defense here by the Wildcats.
Foul away from the ball. It's on Gabriel.
Yep. Oh, you know he's going to do
He's
that.
been trying to go to the head of Babacar Andong, trying to take him out of his game.
You see there's a holding there. You know, that's very, very painful when they yank you from the wrist because, you know, it separates your hand from the rest of your forearm, and it's very painful. Also kind of dangerous.
And Gerald Anderson, 0 of 2 from the field here. Nice save there by Basiro Sakur.
Celada wisely giving up the ball and then positioning himself. So nobody on the wings to guard him.
Basiro. Good interception there by Gerald Anderson. Basiro Sakur trying to save it for the Wildcats, but to
There's
no
a foul.
avail.
Second foul on
And
Gabriel.
the basket is good.
Now, Gabriel did not have the quickness to position himself properly, so he ended up pushing.
AJ Madrigal with a finish and 1 for him. New players in the game for the Wildcats. Harit and Caliano will go to the bench.
Well, you know, the Wildcats are going to have to sub earlier and more frequently because their players will get tired more easily.
Yu and Pascua in the game for the Wildcats.
Didn't take his time with the free throw. We're tied at 7, halfway through the first quarter. I like the defensive effort being put out here by the third floor.
Yep. They're pressuring the whoever has the ball.
Yes.
James Andong traveled.
You know, he didn't
That's a
really
good
need to
call.
fake. I don't think he was going to get blocked.
It was a hesitation move for him, and you know. That's Eman Monfort on your screen, the head coach of the third floor. Jess Constantino, what's the latest?
Sandy and Bill, a 3-time UAAP champion, Coach Eman Monfort emphasized that there are 5 lessons he learned from Coach Norman Black when he was still playing. Number 1, consistency in putting in the work. 2nd, knowing one's role in the team. 3rd, attention to detail. 4th, being humble in victory. And 5, thanking the Lord for everything and not taking things for granted. And these are the same lessons that he is sharing and teaching with his team here at the Winter Tournament. Any thoughts on this, gentlemen?
It's always a good thing that you have a mentor called Norman Black.
Well, Norman Black, a former Detroit Piston who came over here in the early 1980s and made his home here in the Philippines. He's been a champion at every level that he has been involved in.
And he's nicknamed Mr. 100%.
Sir, 100%.
Because he always gives his 100% when he is playing.
They created that award specifically for him.
Yes. And won 5 UAAP titles with the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Couple of substitutions now. Mortales in the game for the first time. Anderson will sit down.
God stepping on the line.
Celada still had not established himself on the floor when he received the basketball.
Only 1 field goal for Adrian Celada. It's a 3-pointer. So you, Pascua, Gabriel, Celada, and Sakur for the Wildcats.
I like the way the third floor is making sure most players touch the basketball before they get an attempt.
It's a 3-pointer for Española.
Don't look now, but the third floor is keeping it close.
And this time it is brought to you by G-Shock from Casio. All right, basketball fans, TAT fans, here inside the Gameville ballpark in the city of Mandaluyong, the venue of the Manila leg.
He knows you're watching, but
Yeah, of course. And,
yeah. Oh, we pay attention definitely to our director here,
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Yeah,
Yeah, Bruce.
Same-
Bruce,
same
Bruce the
hairstyle.
Koi.
same hairstyle.
You. Gabriel fakes. Inside to Sakur. Quick hands there by Pardo. Two-pointer, no. Battle for the rebound. And it's a 2 points for the new import, Demercay Lenda. So there's no more Babacar Ando, I'm sorry.
Yep. But he was kind enough to leave his jersey behind. 15
it's
point lead by
Lenda.
by the third floor, and no, the Wildcats can't seem to get their offense going here.
Oh, yes, because of the defense of the third floor.
Exactly. I think they're surprised. And you know, great defense is a test of cohesion of a team.
They're young and they're playing like they're in college.
Well, let's see how it goes. You know, if it's a
As
close
this
game,
day goes by.
Let's see, because you know, if it's one thing to be good early in the game if you're a new team, but let's see how they close out.
But it's not how you start, it's how you finish
Exactly.
the game.
And they're using an awful lot of clock.
Good screen, good shot.
In and out.
And Lenda committing the foul. Is it Portales? Yeah, it's Portales, his first personal. And the first team foul for the third floor.
You know, it's
Why-
still
maybe we have to ask Jess Constantino why they named the team the third floor.
oh yes, maybe they
They leave the third floor of the building.
don't have an elevator. Celada playing heavy minutes here gets a foul. You know, if you're not getting the outside shot, take it to the hole.
No, he's been very active with only one field goal though here in the first quarter.
You know, since you're only playing 3 games each in this part of the last leg, it's important to have a couple of wins in the bank before you
Oh,
go to
of course,
Bangkok,
of course.
because you don't know the other teams there.
Now we have 2 Thailand teams that will be joining,
Yes.
and one from Laos, one from Macau, one from Hong Kong. And it's
All our neighbors will be there.
Portales in the middle against Basiro Sakur. He throws it up very short. Linda trying to save it. He gets it. Redulfa guarding him. Inside shot, no. He comes up empty.
Well, he's pretty much an old school
But
type,
he's been working hard
Yeah.
there downstairs.
old school type of low post player.
A minute 21 to go in the first.
Nice curl. That's experience.
All right. Charles Caliano with a difficult shot there.
Yeah. And you know, you see the inexperience when they don't close the baseline and force them to the middle.
1:08 to go. Nice shot, but no connection there for Kapunan.
Well, they have the right idea. Good ball movement, finding the open shot.
And that was a good cut.
Yeah.
Basiro will not score though, fouled by Linda. Number 2 on him. So James Milton back in the game for the third floor.
Yes, a lot of the teams that have only 2 imports really don't want to risk not having either of them on the floor. Doesn't look too happy. He has 2 fouls. Third floor already in the penalty, but only 51 seconds to go.
One of the coaches of the Wildcats talking to the referee.
Just politely seeking clarification.
Well, it's a 2-point game here with the third floor with the advantage. And so far, they're playing good defense.
Oh yes, definitely so.
And Basiro scoring at the free throw line.
You know, they've taken away most of the offense of the Wildcats. There's nobody consistently scoring for the Wildcats in this first quarter.
Basiro Sakur at the line. Played for the University of the Visayas and the Sisafi in Cebu.
We're tied at 15.
So it's a close first quarter here. The Chichi Albayanos Wildcats with 3 fouls. The third floor with 4 fouls. 40 seconds to go. 3 if it goes in, and it does not. Battle for the rebound won by James Milton.
Yes, he's the more athletic of the 2 imports.
Back out for 3 now. Espanola unable to score from long distance. A 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
Oh, yeah. They're going to use up all the time here, not give the third floor any more chances to score.
Charles Caliano. Series of fakes. Yu trying to elude. Caliano for 3, and it rims out like a toilet that didn't flush. 3 seconds. Portales for 3. No.
I don't think that was a good idea. You had enough time to drive it to the basket, maybe get a foul. But then again, you're a new team, you're facing a veteran squad. They should be happy that they've held them to a stalemate in the first quarter.
15 all at the end of 1. Second quarter is about to start. My name is Sandy Grumo with Bill Velasco and Jess Constantino, our courtside reporter. December 26th today is what? Thursday.
Thursday.
The day after Christmas, and we are here already for the Asian Tournament.
Now, if you're the third floor, you're forcing the Wildcats to make the adjustments to you because of your great defense. You know, they're playing consistently, playing really tight defense, not allowing much movement on the part of Wildcats.
Rebounded by Joshua Saret. This is a different 5 already for the third floor, Bill.
They need more ball handlers, you know, and I'm talking about the Wildcats rather. They need more ball handlers. They're playing without an import. So I guess they want to use some more quickness.
Joshua Saret and Makabalyog. Miscommunication. New player for the Wildcats coming in. It's
You.
number 6, Yu, in the game. Played for 2 minutes in the first quarter.
Well, Makabalyog barely played 1. Threw the ball away, so they don't want things to get bad.
James Milton with a strong move inside.
Moving very well without the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah. Yu
It's a big challenge.
Nice
out of
defense by Marcos.
Yes, they're big challenge to the ball handlers of the Wildcats.
And the drive there by
Silva.
Silva. 8:51 remaining in the first half. Silva at the line. He will take two and he will miss on the first.
Now that I don't understand. That you know, your veteran squad and you're missing your free throws.
Yeah, and he missed both free throws.
17 to 15. But you know, the third floor doesn't strike me as a kind of team that gets points in bunches. It's like they're a grind it out kind of team and they rely on their defense.
Marcos with a field goal. Look at the defense of the third floor.
They're keeping the ball out of the hands of Saret. But that's why you see the Wildcats now playing small ball.
Saret for three and hits it.
Oh, he just knew he was going to make that. That's why he's there.
And he cuts down the lead to one now, 19-18.
Oh, better defense by Wildcats. It's a mismatch.
Katipay turned the ball over. Ridulfa unable to finish it. Katipay able to get the loose ball. He's looking around, but he shoots.
That was a bad shot.
And there's a push underneath.
He had an outside shooter on one side. He had somebody attacking the basket on the other.
James Milton not happy. Not happy with Silva. Are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Somebody grabbed him from behind.
you will go back again to the bench. Back is Charles Caliano for the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats.
The Wildcats are looking for a combination that would work for them because, you know, they can't seem to overcome this very small lead by the third floor.
Especially the backcourt.
Yeah.
And Matias will be called for the foul. That's Raymond Matias.
Oh, he's really a banger.
Yeah, he's an enforcer for the team.
Yeah.
He's not the kind of player that will score for
No.
you, but he can provide some
Pain.
and effort for the team.
Sakor back on the floor, a better matchup now against Milton.
You know, Raymond Matias, major pain for the other teams.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a three-pointer from Nepomuceno.
Good execution by, you know, the third floor. A lot of discipline. Oh, dangerous outlet pass there.
You know, this team is playing like a long time already.
Yep. Oh, that's a foul. Poor foul there by Marcos right in front of the referee. Little too much banging.
His nickname is Makoy. Makoy Marcos committing the foul.
I think everybody who's named Marcos in the
Will be
Philippines
called Makoy.
will be called Makoy.
Yeah, there is one player that is called Makoy. That is his
Last name.
last name.
His last name.
Julian Makoy.
Yes.
Back in Cebu in 1956, he played for the University of San Carlos and once scored 126 points.
I wasn't around then. I think you were already.
126.
When God was in short pants. There's a scramble now for Wildcats.
Joshua Saret will take it and will score
That's
from
two.
downtown. That is his second from long distance.
They're suddenly down by just one.
We'll try to answer back. The third floor will not score from long distance.
No need to hurry.
Oh,
Nice.
what a pass.
Ah,
James Milton and Basiro Sakur banging buddies there. There was a collision intercepted by Gerald Anderson. Nice fake and the finish by Yutok.
Yutok maintaining his composure. He knew there was defense. Just threw them off their rhythm. Made the basket, got the contact.
Nice fake. And Ridulfa committing the foul. You know, both coaches emptying their benches already. They've been they're using all their players now. Just Constantino, what's the latest?
Sandy and Bill, to answer your question during the
Ah,
first
yes.
quarter, the gym and the team was named third floor because before having a separate location in Samat and here at Gameville Park, the first location of Gerald Anderson's gym is at the third floor of his house. Hence, joining this leg to be held here at Gameville Park just made sense. The veteran actor shared that the ultimate reason of forming a basketball team is to help other players have a platform. A member of the Philippine Coast Guard, Gerald is always about helping others, whether in helping during calamities or creating a team for them. He emphasized that there should always be purpose in life, not just for oneself. Back to you, Sandy and Bill.
Thank you very much, Jess.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. But you know, it's great if you are able to have the resources and help other players get a livelihood. Get
It's
them
good to have when you have
spotted.
the resources.
Yeah. So the original gym was at the third floor of his house.
Yeah, third floor. And you were talking about the elevator.
Yeah. So no elevator.
The third floor. So it's
Yeah.
high already. If it's a house, it's high already
If it's over 3 floors, then you're required
to have an elevator.
to have an elevator.
You took the shot from the outside.
You know what's helping the third floor here is they don't care who they're playing against.
Yeah.
They're just, business as usual, employing their system. They're not intimidated by anybody.
Oh, that's a
happening.
travel.
Yes.
Nice defense
Yes.
by the third floor.
Got him off balance there because when you're backing up, and you're on the balls of your feet, you're really going to lose your balance. Watch this, see?
Gerald Anderson is still scoreless. And
Taken 5 shots already?
yes,
Missed them all.
Charles Caliano getting the rebound. When we were in Foshan, he averaged in double figures, like 10 points a game there in Foshan when he played for Pola Pilipinas. No room to breathe there for Anderson.
This is a good setup here, but he's all day.
Jojo Conanan misfires from the outside. Pardo keeping it alive. Back to Conanan, and he swings it to Gerald.
Nice
Look at the
pass.
ball movement. Oh, what a play for the third floor! 5 players were
Everybody
involved.
touching the ball on that sequence.
28-21.
Don't look now, but these youngsters are showing up.
Woo!
The veterans of Wildcats.
The ball started from the left side of us.
Yep,
and
went
it
around.
ended, it went to our right and back again to our left. It's Jojo Conanan
Oh!
getting the offensive rebound, but no putback for him.
And then he commits a very poor foul. Again, that's the lack of experience. You're going to see these mistakes. It's going to happen. You're a young team. You sometimes have to learn by trial and error.
And the pressure is still on for the third floor as James Milton will be back here for Utok. So, all the players for the third floor, they believe in their system.
Yep. And
They
you've got,
believe in their coach. And
you've
we are
got-
still in the first period. This is our first glance at the
yeah,
team.
Yeah, and this is Eman Monfort has absorbed so much. He's been coached by a lot of the greats.
Yeah.
Now, what
And he has good teammates also.
what I expect to see in the second half is the Wildcats getting a little more physical. Because that's the only way to slow down the other team, especially like players like this guy, John Gabriel. He's a very physical player.
Gabriel missing his first free throw.
That I really cannot understand.
Oh, they've been missing their shots at
Yes.
the line here in the first half.
True.
And that's 2 straight misses for Gabriel. Macapalyog trying to steal it. He banged bodies against James Milton. Both players down on the floor and quick to get up. Like, just shake off the cobwebs.
Yep.
A lot of players has been back and forth here in the game for the third floor. You have to admire the head coach, Evan Montfort, for the consistency of his substitution pattern.
It's a very democratic system. Everybody's involved. Whoever's open gets the shot. Like we always
They're
say.
using what? How many players did they have? Like 20 players? 15 to play.
15 to play. 5 minutes and 3 seconds.
Lipana back in the game for the third floor.
Now this,
Pascua setting up the table.
they're firmly in command here. They're getting the better of the exchanges on offense and very active on defense. The Anderson just showing up there, throwing Gabriel off his shot. Celada has not gotten any good looks in the second quarter.
Pascua unable to score from long distance, rebounded by Gabriel. Basero Sakur with no room to breathe. And that'll be the second time that he will be traveling without a visa.
Right, and great presence of mind also for the third floor, and a lot of discipline. They don't reach in. They're using their bodies to defend and positioning themselves then instead of just reaching in.
Resentment to a call warning against Basero Sakur. 30-21, the third floor up by 9
Yes.
here in the first half. Look at the ball movement, James Milton.
They're really working to get themselves free, better
Yep,
spacing.
yep. I like the spacing,
Yeah.
the level of aggression.
Now look at Gabriel. He has the ball, but he doesn't know what he's going to do with it.
Yeah. Celada also really don't know what to do with the ball right now. Maybe he will fire. Yes, he does. And will score.
Yes, that was a little out of his range, but shooters will shoot. So that's a big chunk of the lead of the third floor. Again, a test of their composure.
30-24 is our count. Gerald Anderson is still scoreless. Look at the ball movement. I love it. Here is
Yes.
Milton with a strong move inside. That's a travel.
traveling, yes. He did the pro hop, got the bump, and then stepped on the floor again.
It's slippery when wet.
Yes.
We know that.
It's been raining.
But we have a gloomy weather here.
Yes,
And
we
I think
do.
it's all over the Philippines because I was in
True.
Cebu for 3 days and didn't see the sun.
Well, I was in Boracay, so that was worse. Went to the beach, didn't get any sunlight. 30
So I think it's all over the Philippines.
yeah.
And it's good if you go to
Well,
the beach.
it makes the weather cooler.
Yeah.
30-24. Not that it matters to us because we're indoors. But again, Celada, he needs this. He needs to get going. Anderson. Now they're looking downstairs. Good cut by Anderson. The pass was just too much traffic.
Quick catch there by the Wildcats. Pascua, Celada, Gabriel. Still
Gabriel,
scoreless from the field.
Double team. He's got nowhere to go, really.
Celada asking for the ball. Oh, Macabalyog, unable to score. Denying Gabriel the assist.
Wasted
Behind the back
opportunity.
pass. And Española got it back and will score for the third floor.
Better ball movement, and you can see the frustration now starting to mount with the
They're
Wildcats.
very quick, they're very fast, and they're sharing the ball where they're playing good defense.
So again, the Wildcats expect them to be a little more physical in the second half to throw third floor off their game. You see, nice little up fake, got the defense committed, but somebody came over to help. Uh-oh.
Gabriel, that was a fishing expedition.
Oh, yeah. Now, you can't complain about that because you left your feet.
And James Milton will be called for the foul.
If he had just stood his ground, he would have had a better chance at blocking that shot.
In his earlier trip, he was 0 of 2 from the line. And now 0 of 3 from the free throw line. So they're not shooting
They are not.
Well.
They are not.
from the free throw line in the first half, and they're down 32-24.
I think mentally, they've also been taken out of the game.
Yeah.
We have a timeout.
The third floor asking for a ceasefire. This timeout is brought to you by G-Shock from Casio. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the crowd here inside the beautiful Gameville Ballpark in the city of Mandaluyong.
Yes, a spanking new facility here. It's already hosted quite a few sporting events
Yeah.
in its few months of operation.
When you come here, you can see the game schedules there outside.
Yeah, even the games that
Devoted
they're going to watch.
international. Yeah. So it's a new place, but
It feels like home. It feels familiar.
it's very near for me. All right, here we go. Gerald Anderson, the most popular player there on the floor.
Outside of basketball. A very good actor. 7-point lead for third floor. Playing very disciplined basketball.
Another nice play. But Gerald will score this time after missing 5 straight from the field.
Complaining that Celada pushed him from behind. They're up by 9, partner, which is a bit of a surprise for me.
Largest lead here for the third floor, 34-25.
But this is something that they've worked hard on.
Celada for 3, can't get it a fall, rebounded by Sakur.
And you know, Saret has not seen action here in the second quarter.
Sakur
bad
got
tap.
stuck inside in heavy traffic, and John Gabriel trying to be creative, and you know, he was 0 of 4 in his earlier trip.
Somebody's getting a technical. Lebalam will be called for the technical. He complained because he says Gabriel swung his elbow around and hit him in the face.
You have to be, you have to be,
You have to take it
and
complain politely. If there is
against
such a thing.
Gabriel, you have to
Be careful.
be careful, especially if his back is against you.
Well, he's checking all his teeth. They seem to be there.
Oh, Gabriel scoring the first after missing 4 straight from the free
Yeah,
throw line.
Finally, he's settling down.
And Lepalam is still checking his jaw and his teeth.
He wants to make sure that his mother still recognizes him.
Gabriel trying to rearrange it.
Yeah.
A 1
Bank shot by Gabriel.
out of 7, and
Now people getting out of the way. Told you they're going to be more physical.
Basiro Sakur with the putback there. Gerald Anderson. Milton asking for the ball. He is in the middle right now.
There you go. Good
Gerald
movement.
Anderson guarded by Adrian Celada. That's a foul on Celada.
Ticky-tack foul there. You know, he had no business just
And
reaching in.
a bad foul because
Yes.
Gerald Anderson was in the act of shooting.
Yep. And it's 3 free throws.
Three free throws for Gerald Anderson.
And you know, all these 4 teams are going to be with us in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Starting, they might get a day off or a bye because they've already played more games than the other teams.
Gerald Anderson, one of the most well-known celebrity ballers in the Philippines.
Yep. He's always loved the game.
And he will be taken out now.
One of the things I like about the way the third floor is playing is they're not forcing matters. In fact, they've forced the Wildcats to make the adjustments, even in terms of their rotation.
And forced them to commit turnovers because
Yep.
of their hard-nosed defense.
Yes, indeed. But of course, it costs both teams. They're now both in the penalty. But still,
Yeah, but the upper hand is with the third floor because they are ahead 36-28, and they've been missing their shots from the free throw line.
Yeah,
the Wildcats, they're shooting below 50% from the free throw line here in the first half.
that's very painful. But also, when you look at the Wildcats, there are some players who are getting more playing time than they used to.
Like Gabriel and Celada and Basiro Sakur.
Well, even the other guys, like I said, Saret has not seen action in this quarter, so somebody's filling in his shoes. Macabalyog played very little in the first quarter.
And by the way, they're playing, the Wildcats, they're playing minus their world import, Ray Miller Jr. That's a three-pointer, by the way, for the third floor.
Don't look now. They're up by 10.
Salada. Sakur asking for the ball. 50 seconds remaining. Shot clock at 10. Sakur lost it out of bounds.
Still 9 seconds on the clock. Baseline inbound.
Nice pass. Good look. Clean finish. Hitting only the bottom of the net.
Absolutely.
And it's a 10-point game for the third floor, the biggest here in the first half. Macabalyog is fouled
He
by
hurried that shot.
Madrigal.
He got intimidated.
And Jojo Kananan is about to... he's the most senior of all the players there for the third floor.
They're playing, going to play all local in the last 45 seconds to make sure that the imports don't get into any foul trouble.
Macabalyog continues to miss. You know, we've been talking about the 50%, below 50%
Yeah.
shooting from the line. And it's not a good sign, Bill.
Oh,
It's not
no.
a good sign.
Definitely
Because
not.
they're trailing here by 10 points and they're missing their shots from the free throw line. And maybe Macabalyog hurt us.
Could be.
9-point game. 40 seconds to go.
See, the third floor dictating the tempo here. They're not rushing. They're taking their time, using a lot of clock, executing very well.
28 seconds to go. Three-pointer, very short.
But that was a good look at the basket. Nice passing inside the paint. There's no room to pivot.
Picked up by Pascua. 14 seconds and a good pass. Celada. Behind the back pass, intercepted.
Sloppy play there. Gabriel can make it up though. Oh, he does it.
Basiru. He gets it. And we have an unsportsmanlike foul.
Lepalam, I think, had enough already. Is that Lepalam? That's Madrigal. He had enough of the physicality of
Jan Gabriel. Both teams are required to go to their
Yes.
respective benches.
to prevent any taunting or any other extracurricular activities. There, you see, Gabriel had an elbow in his face, and he returned the favor.
You know, always, the second motion will always be cold
Yes.
rate. The retaliation,
That's what people see.
because
Because we were watching the ball.
yeah, we didn't see Gabriel did it,
Yeah.
but the retaliation of Madrigal, we saw it.
That's another problem when you're a young player. You still don't know how to do those things.
And there was a time that it was called an art.
Yes. It's be called a flagrant foul.
And there are a lot of good players, known players, used to do those kind of things without the referee seeing it.
You see, there was the push-off with the forearm by Gabriel.
And we have a big monitor there on the floor so everybody can see it.
Yes.
So there's no doubt about the call.
Only 1.6 seconds to go, so,
They've been struggling in their
Yeah.
free throws, and the shooting coach of the third floor is Jacques Villalon.
Yeah.
Maybe he can teach these players to shoot at the line.
I don't think so. Why help the enemy?
Zach Villalon is the shooting coach of the third floor. He's an assistant also of Eamon Monfort.
1.6 seconds, enough for an extra pass and an open shot.
Catch and shoot. No more time
Great defense
by Jojo Honanan.
Yes.
And 2 quarters down, 2 more to go. You're watching the winter tournament of the TAT. 39 for the third floor, 31 for the Wildcats. And now we go to our move of the game. This is Gerald Anderson with a beautiful floater there. His first field goal of the game after missing 5 straight from the field. 39-31. Back in a moment. Can't get enough of the action? Basketball fans, the Asian Tournament Top 10 Plays of the Day. At number 10,
Tiguara. He's just muscling Patty under the basket where he can't do anything.
at 9. This is the morning game of the TAT here in Pasig.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Jonathan Guzman with a slam dunk.
He still seems to have a lot of energy. Playing for survival
You know,
now.
he is very popular. Moving to number 8.
Hervey, re-energized by the long break.
Oh, they need it.
Yes.
Here is JP Bilinchon, and look at that block by Jules Moore. It was a public display of rejection.
Now he's arguing that he jumped straight up, but he was in the no charge
Yeah, so Ludovici was fouled by Moore. At 7, 18 years as a pro and intercepted by Momo. He will go all the way for the slam dunk.
Good night. Now once he accelerates,
Let's take a look at this dunk by number 6. Now Kelly Navo came out to help.
nice pass. Just a
Go.
little off.
Oh! Off balance shot.
That's what you call back to the basket.
How did he do?
To crawl into
When
the rim.
he heard the whistle, he just... At 5. Not expecting the pass. Song. Here is Moore.
Goodbye. And the Titans.
And our move of the game. Jules Moore with a slamma jamma. Now we go to number 4. Here is Dulacasi Santos with a hand fake. Oh, so well the Aces are in the penalty already, so 2 free throws for the Arena. The number 3 spot.
Side for Blackbear. Oh! He didn't get the dunk, but he got the 2 points.
Momo Kone with a spectacular move.
He's really out jumping everybody on that last play.
Number 2. The 14th assist of Denzel Wong.
What a way to earn a living. Nice up and under move by James Martinez.
Number 4 on Alan Santos. And now the number 1 play of the day.
Watching the play.
More! Stop shot!
5-point lead. The Titans are in trouble.
The explosion in midair by Jules Moore this time on his... This is basketball at its best. The Asian Tournament Top 10 Plays of the Day. Our halftime score, 39 for the third floor, 31 for the veteran-laden Wildcats. My name is Sandy Grumo with Bill Velasco. Some highlights back in the first half, Bill.
All right. Inconsistent offense now from the Wildcats, basically because of the great and intense defense of the third floor. And the third floor, they've worked very, very hard, forced turnovers, executed better on offense, and that's why they're up by 8 points.
Two words, free throws.
Also, very painful to look at.
The Wildcats shooting below 50% from the free throw line. And let's take a look at the numbers here back in the first half, Bill.
All right, Wildcats not
Oh, look,
shooting so well.
42%.
That's a result of the offense. Look at the free throw shooting, as you mentioned. They're not even at close to half. Turnovers really hurting them at this point.
All right.
Well, you know, what's going to be the solution for the Wildcats? Because they don't really have the experienced ball handlers who can manage that kind of pressure.
Celada catch and shoot for three, and no problem for Adrian Celada. They really need his offense here in the game.
But can they sustain it?
Celada with his second three-pointer of the game. Makoy Marcos.
Dangerous pass. He telegraphed that pass.
Three-pointer from Gerald Anderson.
Now we're talking. He's getting his offense going.
5 points now for Gerald Anderson. The second field goal of the game. Saret had 3 triples back in the first half.
Now the question is, how much of a liability will players like Saret be on?
The Red Sea is wide open.
Yeah, great boxing out by their import Lenda.
Oh, wedgie.
That's very hard to do.
Rarely happens in a game.
Yes, but we've already seen it twice today.
44-34. Third quarter underway, just underway. Makoy Marcos, Celada on him. Anderson from the same spot where he scored. Different result. Nepomuceno with a follow. Rebounded by Lenda. Yes.
Very poor boxing out there by the Wildcats.
Well, Baseros Acos on the other side.
Yeah.
Not putting on a body on Demarcay Lenda.
Saret's just going to keep plugging away.
Oh,
nice
nice.
little ball fake, but did not make the shot.
Demarcay with a rebound. Here is Gerald Anderson for the layup.
Nobody home.
Now he has 7 points. Second field goal here in the third period. Celada.
Holiday robbery.
Celada averaged 13 points a game.
Oh, great anticipation there.
Here in
Got
the
blocked.
winter tournament, he gets it back and will score. Marcos was hit on the face. And a foul on Celada.
You can see the frustration. They're working so hard, but they're still down by 12.
You know, it was Marcos who was hit on the face against Celada. But to manage to stay in front of Celada and Celada committing that foul.
Look at this. They're really looking for the open man.
Gerald Anderson with 2 field goals here. 5 points in the third period. 7 points all in all. Demarcay inside. Too strong off the glass. Picked up by Basiro Sakur, but was unable to control it. It goes out of bounds.
That's a very bad turnover. You're giving the other team a baseline inbound. They've got the momentum. They're up by 12 points.
You know, Kelly Nabong not part of the team anymore as Gerald Anderson will score.
Now, they need to call a timeout here because they're bleeding points.
I was talking about Kelly Nabong. Kelly Nabong played only 2 games for the Wildcats when we were in Pasig. Not in the lineup anymore. Gabriel, that's why he's playing extended minutes. That's a 3-pointer from John Gabriel.
But even so, there's a trade-off there. He takes himself out of the rebounding picture.
Gerald Anderson with 3 field goals here. Perfect from the field. No look pass inside.
Beautiful.
Demarcay with a slam dunk.
Beautiful.
Three-pointer. Charles Galliano from downtown.
That's a great way if you make the shot, but they have to execute better, move the ball around. I always say you cannot live or die with the three-point shot.
And James Milton with the offensive rebound and the putback.
I think the Wildcats need to call a timeout, settle down, define their roles, especially on defense.
The second time that you mention it,
Yep.
and still they're not calling a timeout.
Exactly.
Sare with an all-look pass. Basero Sakur, Celada will score, plus a foul.
That's what I'm talking about. Better ball movement, find the open man.
Well, 5 players involved in that play. It started with Caliano, then Celada, to Sare, to Gabriel, to Celada again.
There you go. Better execution, better spacing, better movement without the ball.
Jess Constantino, what's up?
Sandy and Bill, Coach Jet of the Chichi Albayanos, has simple instruction for his team for the second half. First, they need to focus on defense, especially in the post, as the third floor is a much taller team than them. Second, make their outside shots. And lastly, keep an eye on AJ Madrigal, Gerald Anderson, and James Milton, as these 3 are leading the third floor on both ends of the court. That's all for now. Back to you guys.
Here is Gabriel with a go-ahead. Yes. And a rally here for the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats. And the third floor wants to talk things over at the third floor. This time out is brought to you.
We're on the second floor.
This time out is brought to you by G-Shock from Casio. Li Ning is the official basketball of the Asian tournament.
Li Ning was originally a badminton player in China. Then
Very
he-
popular badminton
Yeah,
player.
then created his own brand.
54-46, the Wildcats showing some signs of life here in the third period, Bill.
That was a very good timeout by Eman Monfort because, one, it stops the momentum. Two, it gets your team to settle down emotionally and then go back to their original system.
And that was a 4-0 run there for the Wildcats to come back here the third period.
We call that a cautionary timeout. Third foul on Sakor.
Problem with the Wildcats, they don't have another world import there. Ray Miller not playing, Tavis Robinson not playing here in the Manila leg. 6 minutes remaining here in the third period.
You know, we talk a lot about getting into the head of the other player, and that's, you know, what they have to keep on doing.
Well, the third floor shooting about 50% from the free throw line here in the game. The Marcay Lenda will go back to his seat. One dunk here in the third period. And that was a statement dunk for him. There's the pressure.
Here's Saret trying to show up some ball handling.
And look at that. Gerald Anders is staying on top of Saret, not giving up, not giving him an inch. He gets the ball. No-look pass and the finish there by the third floor.
Bad communication on the part of the Wildcats. They should have just sprinted back down, then waited for the offense.
Inside we go. Ridulfa fakes it. He gives it to Celada. Wide open look. The three-pointer underway. No connection. Yutok getting the basketball.
They're pushing up the tempo now.
Yutok goes all the way. And Milton with the finish.
That's why you need a trailer. Clean up the mess.
Joshua saw it and thought he was fouled.
But, you know, he didn't go back down on defense.
It's Ujan, Yutok, Milton, Pardo, and Anderson for the third floor.
That was a bad shot. Shot with his offhand. Should have used the left hand. But then again, these are young players, and that's something they've got to learn.
Sara to the fake. Gabriel. What a move there by John Gabriel.
Really long step. And don't look now, they're only down by 9.
4:40 to go in the third period.
They're trying to shake the confidence of this third floor team.
Oh,
Outdoor play.
Gerald
Beautifully done.
Anderson with the second assist here in the third period.
Yes.
Took a break from acting and then play basketball here.
Yes. Well, he can still act in these off hours.
Yes, because it's only 2 hours. Maybe after the game.
Or before.
Yeah, it's all day. Tomorrow, games will start at 12 o'clock. James Milton back out to Gerald Anderson for three. It rattles out.
But look at that. 1 against 3.
Utah getting the offensive rebound and a putback.
No boxing out, no presence of mind on the Wildcats.
63 to 52, 11-point lead for the third floor. Ridulfa, he
Oh.
overcooks, picked up by Pardo. A bad pass by Pardo.
Yes.
You know, Gerald Anderson was on the other side.
Yes.
And Pardo decided to give the basketball to Utah, which is a very difficult one because there was a trailer.
Yes.
There was a defender from behind.
These are mistakes that they will make. Melton sitting down, Lenda coming back in.
63-52. Pardo guarding you. Gabriel Demarcay defending. Nice separation by Gabriel. And rebounded by Ujan.
The nice thing
3:15
about
remaining.
Wildcats is the ball doesn't stay in anybody's hands
Yep.
for too long.
Three, no, rebounded by Salada.
Uh-oh.
Intercepted by Pardo.
That was just such a predictable pass.
Yeah. Three-pointer underway. No.
Flat and out. They have to settle down. They're just taking pot shots at the basket now.
Foul is on Gabriel.
He finally got caught. Now it's his third foul. They're going to have to decide whether to keep him in the game or sit him down.
That's an easy call for referee
Oh, yeah.
Garci Ferrer.
Oh, yeah.
He was the one who called it. He was outside, but he was the one with the correct or the right vision on the play. Utok again scoring from the
He
outside.
overshot a little bit, but since he used the backboard, it still fell in.
Redulfa.
Left by his lonesome.
Salada hesitating.
Great
Utok defending.
Great defensive coverage by the third floor.
And rebounded by Ujan.
Wildcats again playing all local, and they're getting drowned here.
And the Wildcats sensing trouble now. Largest lead of the game, 67-52. All right, we are open from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m.
What do you mean we? They are. Gameville.
Game Sports Bar. All right. Wow. You know?
That's how good our director is.
Yeah.
He spots them no matter where they are.
Bruce Coy. Welcome to the TAT.
He goes by many names. Better ball movement now by the Wildcats, but you still have to find the open shot.
Yep. And Jojo Conanan getting the rebound for the third floor. 2:05 to go.
Again, they wait for everybody to catch up, then they set it up.
And
Nice.
look at that. The ball came from the other side.
Yep. And the problem when you front a taller player is you have to be able to jump to receive or intercept the pass.
Silada misfiring from the outside.
17-point bubble here for third floor. Nice touch pass.
This is huge already, the largest in the game. Gabriel able to score for the Wildcats.
So you have the third floor not showing respect to their elders.
A total domination here in the third quarter for the third floor.
3 seconds. Let's
Team of
see.
Gerald Anderson.
Let's see if the Wildcats can start something in this last minute 14. Just back on the floor.
Katipay there on the floor. Madrigal, Demarcay, Linda, Conanan, and James Milton for the third floor. Short.
It's a good screen by Gabriel. Mismatch.
Oh, nice shot by Silva, even with a hand on his face.
Yeah, he had a size mismatch, and to his credit, he recognized it right away. Watch this. Look at the discipline. No quick shots. Better positioning and spacing. Oh,
Rebounded by Gabriel. 40 seconds remaining in the third period.
great restraint shown there by Gabriel. He has 3 fouls. Pass to nobody in particular.
Cunanan. Nice finish there by the third floor.
Great alley-oop.
Salada for 3. Milton able to get to it. 17 seconds to go in the third. This could be the final shot of the third period.
They will wait for everybody to be in proper position.
Jojo, the Red Sea suddenly wide open for
He
him.
was shocked that he was suddenly open.
No more time remaining. That was a prayer. And our score 75-56. What a third quarter for the third floor of Gerald Anderson. Cunanan with a beautiful move inside using the glass. First 2 points for him. TAT fans here inside the Gameville ballpark.
Including some of our staff.
Yes. Oh, they're enjoying the action.
Their
Games
job-
tomorrow.
Our job is to watch. So switch partners for tomorrow, the Titans and the Wildcats. If the Wildcats going to lose this game, both of them will need that win tomorrow. This is going to be fun, the third floor against the Aces.
Yeah, 12 p.m. will be the start of the game. Second game will be at 2:30 p.m. again here at the Gameville ballpark. James Milton, not much action happened to him back in the third period.
Yeah, but
The local players played
yeah.
big time back in the third, Bill.
And they were moving the ball around very well, forcing turnovers. Same old, same old. Same thing they did in the first half. Now, time is not on the side of the Wildcats. Oh, they can't keep throwing the ball away like that.
Oh, what a move. But Milton will score on the putback.
Great
Madrigal
support.
forcing it, though.
Yeah, great
But that
support.
was a hard
there.
drive.
Well, some players have to learn to take the bump and finish the shot.
Short on the attempt. Madrigal is open for the layup. And this time making it sure that the ball will go in.
23-point lead, partner.
Largest in the game, partner. 79-56.
But if you're the Wildcats, what other solution do you have? You could get your imports more involved like that.
Well, Basiro Sakur played. Well, did he play in the third period?
Just a little bit.
Maybe 2 minutes, and then he was gone for the rest of the way in the third period. They're not shooting well from the free throw line. They're not defending well.
They're not even lining up at the 3-second area in case he misses. They'd rather sit back on defense, and they need Celada here. He's the only player who's really been contributing consistently on offense, and even that is an overstatement.
Well, Basiro Sakur from Cameroon.
Oh,
Still below 50% shooting at the line here for the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats.
and they need every point. And if you're a coach, that boils your blood.
Oh, yes.
It's called a free throw.
Well, it's easier said than done, Bill. You may be alone in there, but it's 15 foot away from the rim.
Well, even then, I guess maybe for most players, they're more used to having somebody defending them.
Katipay. He will not take it.
Didn't force
Milton, look at the movement of the players.
it. Good pass there.
They're moving without the ball,
You know, this is what
and they're
Red-
passing.
Yeah. This is what Red Auerbach keeps saying. If you have an 18-foot shot, find a 15-foot shot. If you have a 15-foot shot, take a 12-foot shot. Get it as close to the basket as possible.
But that was way back then. And how about the basketball of today?
Well, the only difference is everybody's taking too many three-point shots. Oh, bad pass.
Salada is free. Can't get it to fall, and the long rebound by Kapunan.
They're trying their best to get the points back in a hurry.
Madrigal back out to Kapunan.
Oh, they can use a bit of clock here.
Oh, yes. And a foul called on you, not me.
You mean him?
81-56 is our score. 8:09 remaining in the fourth quarter.
A lot of unsung heroes for this team.
And Evan Wonford is doing a fine job of
Yeah.
coaching this team. His
Exactly.
first coaching job. And this will be, if there will be no answer for the offense of the third floor, this could be it for the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats, Bill.
Well, when you compute it, they're up by 25 points, 8 minutes to go. The next couple of minutes, next 2 to 3 minutes will be very important
Yes.
for the Wildcats. If they can't cut this down to 15, 16 points, then that's it.
It could be the start of something big for the Wildcats as Gabriel will score from long distance, his first three-pointer of the game. Kapuna will try to answer it. It rims out, and James Milton with the offensive rebound.
And they'll use some more time.
Makoy Marcos. And he gives up the dribble, and then he will take it from the outside.
Oh.
Kapuna with the offensive rebound. Short, rebounded by Celada.
That was one of the few bad shots that they've taken in the second half.
Here is Gabriel.
That was troubling.
It's a travel on John Gabriel. You know, Lipalam, taller than
Okay.
him, so that maybe he was hesitating.
Well, the reason it's called triple threat position is because you can pass, take a shot, or dribble, but you can't do two at a time.
Oh, yes. You can serve two masters at the same
Yes,
time.
Exactly. It was torn between passing and dribbling the ball.
Rebounded by Basiro Sakur.
The Wildcats need good offense, a couple of good shots here, and then one solid defensive run.
Oh, that's Celada. No, that's six straight points for the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats here in the fourth quarter.
Lead is down to 19. Nice no
And
look pass.
Lipalam will score there. Nice feed by Makoy Marcos.
And everybody is filling their role. You know, this is what Sean Chambers says. You can be a superstar in your role.
It did not hit anything in there.
You know, no need for...
Oh! James Milton up high and down hard.
I was going to say no need to rush, but if you got a sure two, why not?
Saret finds Gabriel inside, plus a foul.
Three-point play opportunity.
And Joshua Miguel Marcos is the guilty party, his first personal.
Josh Saret.
Unselfish play there for Saret.
Unselfish play.
That's the Red Auerbach rule.
Find the open man.
Yep. Basero Sakur able to get to it. Celada. Joshua for three. That's the third triple for the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats here in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. So they're now down by 18 points.
85-67. We are approaching the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Okay, this is smart on the part of third floor. Just, you know, keep using up the clock. Take a good shot.
Kapunan, the shortest player there on the floor, was able to score. Charles Caliano across the double coverage. He gives it to Celada. Celada with 3 triples here in the game.
9 seconds, and they have this is the only shot they have.
Gabriel lost it.
What a
Kapunan.
time. What a
Nice
time to
layup.
run.
And the Chichi Albayanos Wildcats will call for time. 89-67. Total team effort for the third floor here in the second half. Bill Velasco.
It's funny, they're playing like they're the ones who are behind.
Yes. 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the game. The TAT Winter Tournament Manila Bangkok leg. The grand finale, by the way, Bill.
Absolutely. Now you have Lenda back on the floor for the third floor, and Gerald Anderson as well.
Oh, what a third quarter, by the way, for Gerald Anderson.
Yep.
He exploded for what, 9 points in the third with 1 triple.
But all part of the flow of the offense.
J.M. Marcos brings it across.
Look at the spacing.
Gerald Anderson.
Pick and roll. Good tap.
There's Basiro Sakur. Met by Marcos, and he will not force it. Anderson trying to steal it. Gabriel momentarily open. Nowhere to go.
He was trying to
Saret.
bait a foul.
Behind the back pass to Celada.
That was a sloppy pass.
Celada trying to be creative, and he lost it to Portales.
He couldn't pick it up because that would have been traveling.
Celada, 4-3. Hispaniola able to get to it. Here is Gerald Anderson for the layup. Nice baseline attack.
So many options on the part of the third floor.
Yeah, that's true.
4 against 2.
91-67. Sakur. And Basiro will score there over Damarcay Lenda. You know, what a performance for the third floor here in the TAT, their first major tournament that they joined. And they're doing it minus James Milton
Yeah.
here in the second half, but he is still the high man for the third floor with 17 points and 11 rebounds. Well, he started it all in the second period. Gabriel is fouled by Portales. (91-69), 3:04 remaining here in the game.
Still up by 22 points, and you know, with 3:04 to go, you're counting maybe 6 possessions per team.
Gabriel, and what a first half for him in terms of shooting at the free throw line. 1
Yes.
out of 7.
Ouch.
Anderson
Now you
bringing the
know what
ball
they're
down.
going to practice tomorrow.
Anderson for 3, and no problem for Gerald. Another 3-pointer for Mr. Anderson here in the second half.
And that, I think, is the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. 94-70.
Because the Wildcats are not really a team that can rally unless they're just hitting a lot of 3-pointers.
Here is Gabriel inside for 2. They're scoring 2-pointers, and
Yeah.
the other side scoring 3-pointers.
They're scoring 2-pointers, if at all.
Anderson. He is wide open. He will take it. Bang! That is his third here in the second half.
And, you know, that's adding insult to injury already.
You took 4. Oh, that's a 5-on-2 break.
Where is everybody?
No, Gabriel and Silva not coming back on defense.
This is embarrassing already.
Oh, yes, totally true. 99 for the third floor. 72 for the Wildcats, and this timeout is brought to you by G-Shock from Casio. Foul us on Portales. Penalty now for the third floor. Basiro Sakur now at the free throw line.
And he really has a dejected look on his face. I mean, he wasn't that involved in the offense.
And still the free throw shooting for the Wildcats.
Yes.
It's telling us the games already.
Yep, that's the story right there. And for the third floor, it's still not finished. They're still, implementing the system.
Look at the screen there. Anderson for three.
A little too much.
Gabriel Basiro fouled by Gerald Anderson. And he complained after that hard foul given upon him.
Well, they're still, fighting. We're talking about third floor.
And quickly, Gerald apologizing to Basiro Sakur.
No harm intended.
And that's how you stop a play. You give him a hard foul because to prevent the three-point play.
And you also know that they're missing their free throws.
And Basiro scoring on his last free throw. A minute 39 remaining here in the game. And what a debut for the third floor, Bill
Yes,
Velasco.
they're sending a message that they're not just here to participate. I want to see them against the Aces tomorrow.
Versus their 4 world imports.
And that's the challenge in these short tournaments. You have very little time to adjust.
Look at the defense of the Pomoceno.
Yeah.
Foul is called against Cunanan.
Only a minute 10 to go.
They're still defending.
Yes, they are. I mean, it's emphatic how they're still defending.
Gabriel at the line. It's been a bad night for him. If you talk about free throw shooting.
Yes. And that's not something you can fix during a game.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be repetition. Behind the scenes, it's called practice.
Yeah.
Inside shot, that's good.
Very little resistance there.
Madrigal. Oh, that's Portales scoring for the third floor.
Very balanced attack here by the third
balanced
floor.
attack. And again, Gabriel will go to the free throw line.
Well, where was all of this earlier?
They can afford to send the Wildcats players at the line because look at that. Look at that.
They might be doing. It's like the old hack-a-shack. They're only going to make one or maybe not even.
Now this time, Gabriel using the board. He used the board to score at the free throw line. The first was unsuccessful.
It's always safer.
3, yes.
They're too busy double teaming the possible receiver. They didn't think of the guy with the ball.
Gabriel inside, taken away by Nepomuceno. Jojo will score. Jojo Conanan is also the team manager of the Binyan team of Mayor Gelalonte. He took the ball and the score there.
Telada trying to be cute. He's saying, I was still out of bounds, but you don't do those things.
At the third floor, they're over the foul limit, so they will send Gabriel to the free throw line.
But I think again, Gabriel initiating the contact there, but the referees saw it as a defensive foul. Now he's just playing.
It's been miserable for him.
I don't think he's done yet.
10 seconds to go.
So this is over. It was over start of the fourth quarter. Great job by Eman Monfort.
And a big second half for the third floor, Bill Velasco.
Absolutely.
Anderson scoring at will in the third. We started the third period.
Look at this, a 31-point win.
Wow. For a debuting team.
Yeah.
Like the third floor of Gerald Anderson, our move of the game here. Here is James Milton with a slam dunk. 17 points here in the game. 11 rebounds. James Milton. Finishing it strong to the hole.
Yes.
108 for the third floor. Great debut for them. 77 for the Wildcats. And our player of the game, no problem, Mr. Bill Velasco.
Oh, yeah. Milton here with a great all-around game. 17 points, 11 rebounds. And he helped them. He was the post, the foundation that they built.
catalyst.
Built their big lead on.
Yes, now we'll turn you over to Jess Constantino. Jess?
Yes, Sandy and Bill, our best player of the game, of course, James Milton with 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 assist. James, during the first half, it was quite a close game. But during come second half, you actually outscored the Wildcats. Let us tell us what was the discussion in the dugout for that second half performance.
Coach just, talked to us in the back of the room and just told us, if we can go for 50, let's go ahead and beat these guys by 50. Let's just see who wanted more. And we just showed that in the second half.
You really indeed showed that you wanted it more, but assess your performance for today. What are the things that you think you still need to work on for tomorrow's game?
I know tomorrow's game is going to be better competition. I feel like today's game, we relied on our talent. So I think tomorrow we just got to have more chemistry and, run our plays fluently, and hopefully we can win the game.
Very well said. Now, do you have anyone to thank and greet?
Who I want to thank? I want to thank my baby Rada. Thank my guy Stingy. Who else? Thank my Jehovah for allowing me to continue to play ball for the last 10 years professionally. Shout out to my kids, King Kong out. Yeah.
Thank you, James, and congratulations again. See you tomorrow. Back to you, Sandy and Bill.
Thank you very much, Jess Constantino. And our games tomorrow, it will start at 12 p.m. here at the Gameville Ballpark.
Let's not forget also honorable mention to Gerald Anderson, who finished with 19 points.
Yes. The Titans will take on the Wildcats at 12 p.m., 2:30 p.m. Third floor will take on the Aces. So that will be our games tomorrow. So thank you, Jess Constantino, my partner here, Bill Velasco. My name is Sandy Grumo from the Gameville Basketball or the Ballpark here in the city of Mandaluyong. Maayong gabi, kaninyong tanan.